good morning everybody, give me a second. This book and... Alright, ready? Oh, it appeared. Consolidation. I'm not sure if we are live. Oh, we are live, alright. This was the... Give me a second everybody, I want to see if... Change the picture, right? Alright, that's the picture. Okay. Can you see the picture everybody? And now it's, oh, you know, consolidation inside the trend, right? It's the picture. Alright, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is Mike, the FX boss, broadcasting live on YouTube and other streaming platforms. Welcome to the Forex course 101. Today it's Thursday, right? It's our last day, yes, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It's our last lesson of the week, everybody. And starting from next week, it's going to be once per week, alright? Yeah, I go on vacation, you know. Okay, everybody, it's going to be once per week. So you're going to be free, you know. Yes, USA and Europe are entering vacation mode, vacation time, right? It's June, July, August. Never forget what's the goal. The goal is to bring you from zero to a millionaire trader in 3 years in an institutional way. What does this mean? You know it, you are first an analyst, then you become a trader. And as always, if you want this ebook for free, everybody, the little book of trading secrets, okay, please visit the website fxbossfx.com. It's, yeah, good morning. Doesn't cost you I talked to Mattia, don't worry about the Porsche experience, alright? We are talking. And everybody, if you didn't receive the free manual, ask for it, send me an email to mikefxboss@gmail.com. You are going to graduate from this course when number 1, you have your chart set up and ready for trading. Number 2, you have your strategy in place, you understand why you win, why you lose. And number 3, you have a complete understanding of how this market works, so you can analyze the market and make an educated prediction. For questions and homeworks, you have my Gmail, everybody, and you can also connect on Teams. Never forget, take advantage of our beginner trader deal. Sign up with Darwinex Zero with the discount code FXBOSS and get the FX Boss book, How to Find Your Edge in Trading, or the recordings, everybody, for our all past courses at 50% discount. Oh, there is a picture. So it's $50 instead of 99, alright? You have the Fibonacci Mastery course, you have the Learn How to Hedge as a Pro, how to build a system that works, you know, Learn How to Make Big Money course, extremely valuable, and so on and so on. You have like 5-6 courses, you know, the recordings. That being said, everybody, lesson 15, how to trade consolidation inside trends. Okay. So far, everybody, you've learned that the market wave goes from an extension to a retracement and then goes into the next extension, right? And so far, you've learned that the market wave, as the shortened trend, is going to have, or is built from, relevant highs and lows. And so far you've learned that market wave wise, this would be the relevant low, this would be the relevant high, this would be the relevant low, and this would be the relevant high on the market wave, the yellow one. Agreed, everybody? And so far you've learned that the blue one, the shortened trend, also has relevant low on the blue, relevant high on the blue, relevant low on the blue, good morning, relevant high on the blue, and relevant low on the blue. And so far you've learned that we can extend trend lines to have the long-term view everybody, and then you can extend a trend line, another one, to have the medium turn view, the medium, sorry, not the minimum, and then you can extend. I'm going to do it like this. Everybody give me a second. I need to connect those two. Alright, and then you've learned so far that you can extend another, which is the short-term trend line, right? Agreed, everybody? Now, you've learned so far relevant highs and lows on the market wave, circular circles, relevant highs and lows on the short-term trend, and highs and lows, how to confirm trends, and so on and so on. Lastly, we've learned trend lines and counter trend lines. Okay, now talking about the blue, you have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and the market is going to do this, everybody. Alright, give me a second. The market is going to do this. Question: what are you going to do, everybody? What would you do? Talking about trading, entering the market, you know, what would you do in here? Type in the chat, everybody. There is no right or wrong. What would you do in here? This is this is the lesson for today. Uptrend line, nothing special. Marcus buy, John buy, Paul buy, Stella buy, Max sell. Why would you sell an uptrend? On YouTube, good morning Olga, good morning Shantana, good morning Mo, good morning Alexander, good morning Mattia, good morning Julius, good morning Psy, good morning Date, good morning Dave, good morning David, good morning Chris. Student traders on YouTube, what would you do in here? Would you buy or would you sell? In the meantime, you know, chart trading concept, beginner traders, which are analysts, make some money in trending markets, but then we give it back 70%, 80%, sometimes even 100% when the market goes into consolidation. Okay, everybody? That's the concept. Junior, nothing. You cannot do nothing, Junior. Hedge fund trader Junior. Andozi. Would you buy or would you sell? You cannot stay out of the market. Oh, talking which, demo account, how are our positions? Euro GBP, enter next lesson retracement on the daily. Can we enter a market wave trade? Everybody give me a second. Daily, not 4 hour. Alright, 4 hour. Everybody, we are going to do a counter trend line break trade. So I'm going to buy again. Pending order, buy stop. Buy stop. Pending order, everybody, buy stop is going to be above the trend line, so a little bit further up. Give me a second. We're going to connect this high to that high. So if the market a little bit more further, okay, and if this would be the I need to go to Forex, everybody. Give me a second. If we go to, I am on Euro GBP, but I'm going to clone chart. Euro GBP. Euro GBP 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart. All right. Lower low, lower high. All right. So this would be the stop loss goes somewhere to 84800 on MetaTrader. 84800 is going to be the stop loss. 0.84800 modify. There you go. This is going to be our stop loss if the 4-hour market wave doesn't work. Alright, everybody. So this is alright. I'm going to leave it here still. Can we cancel and replace further the profit? Well, this candle, right? Okay, we're going to move the profit up in here, everybody. Okay, so if the market stops us out, we're going to finish in profit on Euro GBP. Otherwise, the other positions, the yen pair still against us, Euro JPY, USD JPY, the yen, right? USD JPY going against the monthly bands. AUD CAD's moving down again. AUD CAD. Market wave trade, everybody. AUD CAD. Remember, this is no trading or investment advice, everybody, right? Market wave trade. So we're going to do another. We're going to put pending order and sell stop. Pending orders, right? On the counter trendline break. So a little bit further down. Remember, it must be a closed candle. Okay. Down in here, if the market is going to break this, yeah, there is no right or wrong, Max. You can move it a little bit up or down, but you don't want to be caught in a false breakout. So it's better to leave it here. You know, you enter a little bit later, but with the better quality if you want. Okay. And the stop loss was, I don't remember, everybody, stop loss was 104,200. AUD CAD stop loss 1.02400. Modify our stop loss. Whoops, I cannot even see it, so give me a second. Account history 104,200. 104,200. AUD CAD 104,200, but we are at 0 points. AUD CAD, everybody, give me a second. Stop loss. Was this a market wave? Market wave on the monthly. 104,200. Fair enough. 104,200. 1.04200. And extension retracement. Yeah, it's, we can do a better deal, right, everybody? But I don't want to mess with this class with the other. We're going to leave it there. Then we're going to next time talking about the market wave. All right. Put in practice demo account, everybody. All right. This market must make sense to you. Seeing here, you are going to graduate from this course when, number 2, you have a strategy in place and you understand why you win, why you lose. When you win, you must understand why did you win. When you lose, you must understand why did you lose. Does this make sense? Market stopped me out, exactly. You entered end of retracement, high probability, less probability. Okay, everybody, demo account. There is no right or wrong on the strategy. Okay, so Euro GBP talking about here. Hedge fund trader Nandozi, what are you going to do in here? Hedge fund trader Clara, hedge fund trader Julius, hedge fund trader Shantana, hedge fund trader Olga, hedge fund trader Mo, hedge fund trader David, hedge fund trader Date, hedge fund trader Alexander, and everybody else. Student traders on YouTube, what are you going to do in here? No, you cannot stay out of the market, I'm sorry. Good morning, Shantana, how are you? Everybody, what would you do in here? Quick recap, everybody. In the meantime, so far, right, from moving to the lower picture to the upper picture, so far we've learned about the market wave, the yellow one. We've learned that relevant highs and lows, the rectangles, are the border lines between retracements and extensions on the yellow, the market wave. So far you've learned about the blue, the short-term trend. So far you've learned that the circular are the relevant highs and lows on the blue, the short-term trend. So far you've learned that the short-term trend inside the blue, you have also non-relevant highs and lows as per the yellow too. So far you have learned trend lines, and so far you have learned counter trend lines so far. Alright, all good? We've learned a lot. Supposedly yes, but practice, 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 practice. Moving forward, talking about the blue short-term trend, what would you do? What would you do up in here? I need a confirmed uptrend to buy, so I will wait to my setup. You do have a confirmed uptrend, relevant low, relevant high, relevant low. Everybody, I'm going to show you how you lose money, right? And pat yourself on the back, because you cannot predict this. You cannot predict consolidations. If you have a big guy or anybody, even an institution, who is telling you that he can predict consolidation, I mean, we're not talking about the monthly bands, right? We're talking about consolidations on the 15-minute chart, the small ones, the 1-hour chart, the 4-hour chart, sometimes even the daily. Speculating, yes, we can all speculate how the market is going to go into, but somebody is going to affirm that, oh, he can predict. Call him a liar. Even if it's JP Morgan Chase, call him a liar. Not true. They cannot predict consolidation. Tell the guy, come to YouTube to talk to Mike. Call the guy, come here, let's talk. We can, everybody don't confuse the two. We can speculate about consolidations, alright? But somebody is going to tell you, oh, I can predict consolidation on the 50-minute chart, example. Liar. Pure lie. Okay, everybody? Nandozi, I need a confirmed uptrend. You have it, man. Rectangles, relevant high, relevant low, relevant higher low, relevant higher high. So you do have a confirmed uptrend. Hedge fund trading Nandozi, hedge fund trading antenna, what would you do in here? Counter trend line break, made a higher high on the non-relevant circle. What would you do in here? Buy, thank you God, buy, of course buy. Nandozi, what would you do? There is no right or wrong. See everybody, in the advanced course, this is where we have issues. You are not obeying the rules. Most of you know me and you know already, oh, he's going to trick me now. He's going to trick me, so I better stay out. I know Mike, I know it when he I know when he starts with those questions, I know he's going to trick me. It doesn't change the fact. You need to obey a specific set of rules. What would you do in here? Shantana is honest. I would buy. Me too. Me too. I would buy. Why not? Nandozi and everybody, hear me out when I'm telling you, this is a Forex course 202 conversation. The institutional the Advanced Institutional Trader course. If you don't enter in this setup, you are guilty of making a mistake. Does this make sense? Why? Because you are not following the rules. In the Advanced Institutional Trader course, you are going to learn that you don't pick and choose. That's not on you picking and choosing. Oh, I'm going to enter here, I'm not going to enter there. This business doesn't work like this. You don't pick and choose, I'm sorry to tell you. I am giving you the strategy. That's the strategy. And those are the rules. Setup comes along, you don't pick and choose. You must obey the rules. Does this make sense? Some of you might be trying to be a trader for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years plus. This is part of the understanding. This is why you are keep changing strategies, you keep changing setups. Some of you are keep changing markets. I'm in the stock market, no success. Forex market, no success. Crypto market, no success. You keep changing. This is part of the secret sauce that the institutional trader understands. You cannot pick and choose and change. That's why it's taking you so long. Does this make sense? Of course I would buy, but not just yet. Why not yet? Let's talk about Nandozi. Why not? Oh, let's help Nandozi, everybody. Let's help Nandozi. Higher, low, higher, high. Better Nandozi now? It doesn't change. It doesn't change the thing. You are still going to lose. You are still going to lose, everybody. Makes sense? There is a market behavior coming that whatever you do, you are still going to lose. You cannot escape the losers. What I'm going to show you today, how you lose money, you know, it's okay, and those are the okay losers. When this loser comes along, pat yourself on the back, it's okay. Boss, I cannot make okay a loser. You cannot predict consolidation. I'm not talking about the monthly band, I'm talking about 15-minute chart, 1 hour chart, 2 hour, sometimes even the daily. I'm talking about the small consolidations. You cannot predict those. Those losers are okay. Nandozi, what would you doing here? Would you buy now? You have now, I mean, more than this I cannot help you. You have circle, high, circle low, circle high, circle higher low, circle higher high. Would you buy now? Max says yes, Junior says yes, Marcus yes, Julius yes, Stella yes, Paul says yes. Max, I would sell. Why? See everybody, why would you sell an uptrend? It doesn't make any sense. Some of you been did this class, I understand. Max, if you short now, first warning. Shantana buy, exactly. Max, if you would short right now, first warning in an institution. Why? Because you are speculating the market's going to go down. It's part of the skill, everybody. Yes, alright, very good. Now that you bought the market, everybody, and let's say the stop loss is here, okay, just an example, or let's talk about where would you put the stop loss. Would you put the stop loss on stop loss number 1, or would you put the stop loss on stop loss number 2? Would you put the stop loss on stop loss number 1, or would you put the stop loss, everybody, on the stop loss number 2? Stop loss number 2. Hello Olga, how are you? Would you put the stop loss number 1 or stop loss number 2? Boss, if I cannot predict consolidation, what can I do? You can build a rule, everybody, that if you have 2 or 3, we're going to talk about this today. If you have 2 or 3 consecutive losers, then you stop trading. Okay, but it's very difficult to predict this, and we're going to talk about, we're talking as we speak, right? Hedge fund trash antenna, you buy the market. So everybody, remember, we are talking about the blue. Can you see? This is what you have learned so far, and now we are talking about the price action in the blue. You are buying an uptrend after the counter trend line break. All right. Stop loss number 2, very good, excellent. Okay. Hedge fund trader Nandozi, hedge fund trader Olga, where would you put the stop loss? Okay. And now, as when you enter the market is going to make lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and it's going to stop you out. Can you see it, everybody? It doesn't matter stop loss number 1, stop loss number 2. It's not going to save you. Okay. Now, what you're going to do? You are going to... Did the market break the uptrend line? Yes, it did. So, did the market broke the relevant low on the blue? Yes, it did. So what you're going to do as a good analyst, you are going to take this counter trend line, before it was like this, and you're going to readjust it, and you are going to readjust it to become a downtrend. And what you're going to do? You are going to chart relevant high, relevant low, relevant high, relevant low, and you are going to chart a downtrend. Agreed? Agreed, everybody? This one in here, it's a relevant high. You have a relevant retracement because we do have a change in the shortened trend. Agreed? This is the logic on how price action moves, yes? And that was the stop loss number 2. Okay, everybody? So, we're going to connect those highs and lows. This is what you really should do. Low to high, high to low, low to high, high to low. And now you have a downtrend. Yes, agreed? Max, I told you to show. You cannot speculate. First warning. First warning. Guys, we know each other. Some of you have been into those classes for years. You've been to Dukascopy Academy, right? You've been to Dukascopy webinars. Yeah, the project stopped on Dukascopy last year. The manager, I don't even know who was the manager. Not Yanis, no. Yanis was pro learning. Some manager said, oh, it's... I don't even know why they stopped, if I'm honest. You know? No, I'm not sure if they were going to come back. I don't know. I need to go visit Dukascopy and talk to some smart guy or woman, you know. Stop loss number 2. Max, you cannot speculate. I've told you to. You cannot speculate. Student traders on YouTube, do we agree that now, because the market broke the relevant low on the blue uptrend, now we have a confirmed downtrend? Yes? Type in the chat, I agree, or type in the chat, no, I don't agree, I'm still in an uptrend. Type in the chat, I agree, we are in a downtrend, or type in the chat, no, I don't agree, we are in an uptrend still. This is not a strategy. We are learning how this happens. Beginner traders, analysts make some money in a trending market. So I'm going to buy, counter trend line break here. I'm going to make some money on a demo account if you're smart. Counter trend line break, counter trend line breaking here. The black one, I'm going to make some money in an uptrend, but then we give it back 70 to 80% of those profits, sometimes even 100% when the market goes into a consolidation. And now we are learning how this forms. And I'm telling you, you cannot predict this. Those losers are okay losers. The loser that is not acceptable for you, it's the loser with the wrong stop loss level. Alright? But this is Forex course 101, so step by step. Shantana, yes, I agree. So, then price action, the market is going to go into retracement. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Is going to hit, we didn't learn yet, is going to hit past resistance, Nandozi. Past resistance, you are going to put a counter trend line break, shorting the downtrend, which makes perfect sense, max, and then the market is going to make lower low, lower high, lower low. Question, what are you going to do in here? At the circle again. Whoops, there you go. What are you going to do in here? Everybody? Yeah, we're going to check chart too. We're going to check the chart, everybody. What are you going to do in here? So you lost one, right? No big deal, you won the first winner, second was the winner. Alright? So first equals to winner, first rate, buying, first trade, buying the market, the blue was a winner. Second trade was a winner. Third trade was a loser, which is not a big deal. This is common in this business. Shantana sell. Nandozi and Clara and Max. But YouTubers, student trader on YouTube, what are you going to do in here? Shantana sell, very good, excellent. Me too. Trade what you see, don't speculate. Max, I'm not going to even read your comment. If you don't sell, you are speculating. Does this make, fair enough? This business is not what you think it is. I'm sorry to tell you, we're having fun, but this is the truth. You can never make consistent money if you speculate. I'm sorry to tell you. You can write this down. I'm never going to be a professional trader. Not talking about mega millions, talking about just to have the consistency. I'm never going to attain or reach consistency if I speculate. That's the truth. You can ask any professional trader. This is why accepting, not every loser it's acceptable, but accepting loser it's part of the game. For lack of a better word, it's not a game, it's a profession, but Olga sells, Shantana sell, exactly. Me too. Trade what you see, perfect sense. Look what the market's telling you. I'm going to sell. Alright, we're in a downtrend, counter trend line break, change in the short-term trend on the blue, change in the short-term trend, so the short-term downtrend went into retracement, and then it's changing the short-term trend price action on the red is going into, this is a signal to go into the next extension. Sell, sure. Hello Javan, how are you? Sell, exactly. And now when you sell, when you sell, me too, when we sell, the market is going to lower high, lower low. We're going to be happy for 1 hour, 2 hours, depending on the chart. And then it's going to go higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And it's going to go up to here. And it doesn't really matter where you have the stop loss. The market is going to stop you out. Can you see everybody? You could have different, alright? So the fourth winner, the fourth trade loser, the fourth trade was a fourth trade, it was a loser. Okay? Now, sell exactly on those congratulations you. Now remember, what is the, now this is the learning skill, alright? When this happens, I must be aware that I have 2 losing trades, which is nothing special in this business. I have 2 losing trades, but those losers are one after another, and I'm losing in with the change in the direction of the trend. Make sense, everybody? Boss, can you repeat, please? Those 2 losers, talking about numbers, having 2 losers in a row, not a big deal, it's common in this business. But now I must understand, this is the learning part today, that I lost one after another because the market is changing direction. Make sense, everybody? My third trade was a buy and I lost, not a big deal. Now the fourth trade was a sell and I lost. Okay? So I need to think like, alright, this is education. Alright, so I have 2 losers, not a big deal. But the market went down, I bought, the market went down, and when I sold, the market went up. Alright, does this make sense? We are still trading what we are seeing, everybody. So you're going to say, okay, not a big deal anymore, right? I'm going to rearrange the chart. I'm going to readjust the chart. Now you're also seeing, everybody, how those non-relevant highs and lows form when you chart the trend. Okay, so now this is the highest high, everybody. Can you see it here? Okay, so I'm going to go from relevant, talking about circle, right? Downtrend, relevant downtrend, relevant low on the downtrend, relevant high on the downtrend. All right, so now I'm going to chart back again an uptrend. Agreed, everybody? Circle, for the uptrend we're going to use the rectangles. Relevant low on the uptrend, relevant high of the uptrend, relevant low. Okay, and you can connect those because there is a change in the short-term trend. Extension, retracement, extension. Agreed? You have a new short-term uptrend. Okay, now I need you to focus now. All of this drama doesn't change the direction of the yellow market wave. Can you see it, everybody? This is theory that you've learned so far. All of this drama, the circle, it's happening as we speak in here. Can you see this, everybody? This, it's happening in here. It doesn't change anything on the market wave. Alright? All good, everybody? Can you understand this? Alright, so going back, And talking about this one, you know, then again, I'm going to readjust the uptrend line, right? So the market broke the downtrend out, and I'm going to readjust the uptrend. It's a sequence, so this is where we adjust the uptrend line, you know, and we have a new uptrend, talking about relevant highs and lows, right? Agreed? So in here, this would be then the drama, you know, lower low, lower high, and then higher high, higher low, and you would readjust this one. Okay, everybody, made the higher high again, the green. Okay, so back to here, back to the lesson. Okay, now the green uptrend is going to do what? The market must wave. The market is an extension, retracement extension, not a big deal, you know, and of course the market is going to make retracement, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, deep retracement this time, lower low, lower high, lower low, till to the uptrend line, and then it's going to make higher high, higher low, higher high, something like this. All right, give me a second. Something like this. Counter trend line break. Question. What are you going to do in here? Are you going to buy or are you going to sell? You cannot stay out, everybody, it's too soon. So talking about suffering and have 3 losers in a row, this is the last one. Trade what? You see, you had 2 losers. Now you remember, you're paying attention to the fact that those 2 losers were because the market changed direction in a sequence. You are shorting, you're buying an uptrend, shortened trend, you're buying an uptrend, you lost one, okay, no big deal. You are selling a downtrend, the red, you lost, okay, no big deal, but those 2 are in a sequence of the market changing direction. Shantana, buy. Olga, buy. Me too. A little bit more experienced trader would say, okay, I'm going to buy, but maybe with less risk, but still I'm going to buy. And when we are going to buy, everybody, the market is going to something like this, you know, just an example. Okay, and then the market can do also like this, you know, it's going to play around higher high, lower low, you know, chaos pattern, but nonetheless the market is going to push down and stop us out again. But what if I'm aware and unconscious of the market wave retracement and choose not to sell further? You need to obey a specific set of rules. See, everybody? In the Advanced Institutional Trader course, this is what you are trying to learn. This is the emotional part of a skill that you don't possess. You don't, it's too soon, everybody, Nandozi, you know. You should not think this is the big one. Professional traders, it doesn't matter institutional or retail, professional traders don't think. We just execute, we don't think. What if I see this and do that? What if I can see this and predict that? You must obey a specific set of rules. Everybody think with me, alright? Now this is common sense. If you work for me, and I give you a strategy like Nandozi, those are the rules. I don't care about winners and losers because I know the strategy. It has a proven edge. It wins more than it loses, statistically proven. I'm trading it for the last 20 years. It's always the same. Think with me. So I don't care about winners, losers. What I do care, Nandozi, is are you following the rules? Does this make sense? So when you are a retail trader, This is where institutional traders, we have an easy way, we are an easy start. Okay? Me as an institutional trader, as an employee, which I have a salary and I have a boss, I need to obey, this is the job, I need to obey those rules. Does this make sense? But as a retail trader, I start to invent hot water. Does this make sense too? I'm not obeying the rules anymore. I'm inventing hot water. What if I don't do this? You are not following the rules. But this is in the Forex course 202. This is why Forex course 101, you are an analyst trying to understand how this market works. Forex course 202, it's the money phase. And you cannot come. You are going to suffer in Forex course 202, the advanced institutional trader course. You are going to suffer if you are not trained in Forex course 101. Javan is here. Ask Javan. He's been there for what, Javan? 5 years? Ask Javan. Javan, Julius, is this true? Make sense? So, Nandozi, but what if I'm aware and I don't do? You need to obey a specific set of rules. Nobody says it's easy because we have other issues, money issues, and the understanding of the money, perception of the market, and so on and so on. 3 years exactly. Back to class because we have 10 more minutes, everybody. So this is when the market is going to stop us out on this stop loss level, or is going to even stop us out on this level. And now magically everybody, we're going to do one more, edit label. The fifth trade equals a loser. Okay? And now magically, it takes some time, this is called spatial intelligence, everybody, and now magically, if you are trained enough, you are going to, ta-da! You are going to see, whoa! This is what you're going to see. We can change color, background, transparent color. This is what you're going to see spatially. Okay? Can you see it, everybody? So literally we can't afford to lose this from consideration. No, you can't. Ask Javan, ask Mattia, ask Melissa, or if there are any advanced professional traders in here, ask those guys. If you don't trade from what you see, those guys get a warning. Make sense? Max, I'm sorry to tell you, Max was having fun here. Oh, here I would sell and the market went down. Here I would buy and the market went up. Max was joking, of course. Everybody, talking about being a professional, every time that you are not following a specific set of rules, you got the warning. 3 warnings, you are out of the job. You are fired. Make sense? It's really like this. Different companies have different policies. Me, talking about advanced traders, professionals. Nobody's perfect, we all do make mistakes, right? Me too, I make a mistake time to time. Not a big deal. But 3 warnings. You are fired. I'm sorry to tell you. Oh, this is not fair. This is totally fair. This business is no different than any other business. If you are a gardener and you don't garden the garden, if you don't load if you don't work on the trees and cut whatever might be the task, if you don't perform the task of a gardener, you are going to get fired. If you are a waiter in a pizzeria or a diner, if you don't serve at the tables and clean the tables, if you don't perform the task, you are going to get fired. First warning, second warning, third warning. Agreed? Exactly, Nando. This is common sense. Exactly. Okay, everybody? So, in conclusion, And this is why this picture was brought. This is why this picture here was brought, you know, like headache, like, oh, you know, this picture here was brought, you know. And we're going to do it like this, everybody. So in conclusion, golden nugget for you, the secret, not really a secret, right? Golden nugget, okay, golden nugget on how to limit losses, all right? Strategy, and I do have this rule in my strategy rule. If I lose 3 times, if I have 3 consecutive losers, all right, this means 1 by 1 by 1. If I have 3 consecutive losers, 1 by 1 by 1, and those losers were made by the market changing directions, there is a 80% chance for the market to be in consolidation. Wow, right? Give it a like on YouTube, everybody. This course is for free. I'm looking for traders. All right, you're helping me giving a like and subscribe, of course, but I believe you are subscribed already. Okay, everybody, golden nugget on how to limit losses. Strategy rule: if I have 3 consecutive losers and those losers were made by the market, type in here, changing directions, there is an 80% chance that the market should be in consolidation. All right, boss, what does this mean? I stop trading. Okay, now and only now you can understand that. All right, we talked about consolidations already. Oh, picture, all right. Okay, everybody, make a picture. Type in the chat, done. Type in, make a picture, photo, cell phone, whatever you have. Type in the chat, done. You can erase my face later, you know. Doesn't really matter. Okay, can we move forward? YouTube 2, done. Type in the chat, done. Take a picture, screenshot of this. Print it out, glue it on the laptop, you know, study this. Okay, I need to move, everybody. I need to go. 80% chance. Okay, now before we finish for today, let's talk about this rule. Everybody, if this happens, okay, just an example, if I have 3 losers in a row, okay, like those 3, you know, if I have 3 losers in a row like those 3, this is not the same, everybody. Okay, don't confuse the two. All right, don't confuse the two, everybody. This is not the same. Make sense? I would buy in here and I'm going to be stopped out. I'm going to sell in here and I'm going to be stopped out, and I'm going to buy in here and I'm going to be stopped out again. All right, those two are not the same. Try not to you need to study the charts exactly. Okay, And so why do we stop at the third one? Because as you can see, everybody, for the consolidation to be comproved 100%, you have the low in here, you have the high in here, and now you have the low. So this consolidation, it's 75% conformed. Make sense? Most likely, you know, is going to happen. So only when the market shows and touches for consolidation, we've learned this already, for consolidation to be comproved, trade what you see, you need a minimum of 2 highs and a minimum of 2 lows in more or less at the same level. This is the definition of consolidation. No, this is not a strategy. But when we lose, consequently, I'm going to buy the uptrend, crushed me. I'm going to sell the downtrend, crushed me. I'm going to buy the third one in a sequence. It crushed me for the third time. So there is an 80% chance that the market is in consolidation. Yes, we're going to have class. Boss, can we trade consolidation? Yes, you can. Okay, everybody, that's all for today. Starting from next week, we're going to have classes once per week. I'm going to go on vacation, everybody. Alright? It's going to be once per week, most likely Wednesdays, alright? Olga is going on vacation, Javan is going on vacation, I'm going on vacation. It's June, July, August, it's vacation time, Europe, USA, everybody, alright? But we're going to have classes once per week. And don't forget, if you want to join Market Wave Mastery course, we start June 28th. Most of you guys are in. I know Julius is in, Melissa too. Okay, we start 4 p.m. It's going to be 3 weeks. And remember, you get the strategies that you don't pick and choose, Nandozi. I'm going to give you 2 strategies that you should not pick and choose trades. Otherwise, it's not going to work, of course. Okay, and you get signal service for 3 months for free. Alright, everybody? And now I can brag, right? I can brag from the signal service market wave, FX Boss market wave signals. Alright? I'm not sure if it is, I'm not sure good or bad, because everybody, it's greedy in a different way, but consistency, right, everybody? 0.3%, 5%, 5%, 0.6, 3.2 so far. And as you can see, if you're a more professional, everybody, the yellow, the drawdown is going up again. The yellow and the red are joining together. But this is another story for another time. You can get scammed on my FX book results too. Right? You need to be careful out there, everybody. Okay, see you back next Wednesday. Vacation time. Until next Wednesday, stay strong and treat your chart like a boss. You're the boss of your own account, everybody.